fold?
There is not any update in terms of contract or these kind of things. He just had session with us in the last 2 days. Him with some more of the young players. He's not in the squad for tomorrow, and we have 4 or 5 from second team with us.
Has anything changed with him to allow him back into the first team training?
No, nothing. Just he had just training with us in the last 2 days, and as I said, in terms of contract or these kind of things, there is not any update.
Can I just check, has Reece James had his scan this week yet?
Yes, we cannot say, because we don't know how long does take, the recovery time. The only thing we can say is that he's getting better day by day, and we are there waiting for him, no rush, and yeah.
So you're not sure on his diagnosis, whether it's going to be days, weeks, months?
No, we don't know exactly. That's why we don't say, we don't know how many days he needs, because we don't know exactly. The only thing we can say is that.
Enzo, how important is this competition proving for you in keeping your still quite big squad happy and in blooding young players, among a few of whom have come along for this trip as well?
No, yeah, it's important competition. First of all, it's European competition, so it's very important, and the main reason is because it's a competition, so this is the reason why it's important. But then, since we start, we try to share minutes with all the squad. In some games, we also use some young players, and we see in this moment it's like this, and hopefully we can continue in that way.
But there will be players like Joao Felix, Christopher Nkunku, and a few others who when they came to Chelsea, they wouldn't have come to Chelsea to play Europa Conference League games. They'll have been wanting to play Premier League games. How do you keep them happy, and how much pressure comes on you? When we get to January, when they might say, "Well, hang on, I'm not really playing."
I also like to be long hair, and it's like this. Joao Felix play Premier League game the other day against Leicester, and Christo for sure is going to play Premier League game. But we have many players. We try to share minutes with all of them. The intention, the target is to keep them, all of them, happy, even knowing that sometimes it's not possible. And now it's not the moment or the time to think about January. We are still end of November. We have still many games, especially in December, and then we see.
Because there have been suggestions, specifically with Christopher, that he is unhappy with his amount of game time. Has he expressed that to you? Is that something he said?
No, at all. I spoke with Christo days ago. He didn't say that he's not happy. For sure, he would like to play more minutes, but him, like many players. But as I said, we have so many games, especially now in December. The other day, the last game against Leicester, Joao Felix play, Enzo play, Benoit Badiashile play. So it's not. I said since we start that for me there are not two squad. The squad is only one, and the ones that they play Premier League, they can play in conference. And the one that they play conference, they can play in Premier League. And the proof has been against Leicester.
Simon.
Hey Enzo, following up on the Christo questions there, would you say then that he's definitely not for sale in January? You want to keep him because obviously he's an important part of your squad?
Absolutely, yes.
And what is it about him that you want to keep? I know it's stating the obvious, but what is it about him that you want to keep involved with Chelsea?
No, the problem with Chris, not the problem. It's the same issue and the same thing we mentioned many times about Joao. If you play with the Cole, if you play with Joao, if you play with Christo, if you play with the Noni, if you play with Jadon, who is defending? Because their skills, their strength is not defending, it's to attack. We love them, we want them, but also we need balance. And the last game we try with Joao and Cole together. Hopefully next game or soon we can try Christo and Cole, Christo and Joao, for sure. And the reason why is because we have so many games. But I completely want Cristo to stay with us. I don't have any idea to allow him to go in January.
And what qualities do you like about him? Can you sort of embellish and sort of what you particularly like that he brings that's different from perhaps other players you have?
Probably the best moment from Cristo with us has been in pre-season. That for me he was playing in his position, that is as a number 10 between the striker, between the line. Then since we start, he is playing as a 9 with us. He is playing against City, the first Premier League game he played from the start as a winger. Knowing that is not his position, the best position, we know that Cristo's best position is between the line as a 10, but Cole is playing there. And we are not going to play many games with Cole and Cristo, or with Cole and Joao. We played the other day. But you need balance. And Leicester plan won't be the same than Aston Villa plan. Or maybe yes, we don't know, because now we are focused on this game. But they are all fantastic players. They are all gonna play games, no doubt, but not every game.
And last one for me, and going back to Reece, is the hardest thing for Reece, given the amount of hamstring injuries he's had, that it doesn't play on his mind? It must be very difficult if you've had so many hamstring injuries, that thought of, is it going to happen again? Is that one of the things he has to conquer, the sort of the mental battle?
But yeah, it's something that he has to fight with that. In terms of, it's normal when you get injury always in the same leg or in the same muscle, you become a little bit afraid. It's normal on that. But also in the same time you have to think that it's his profession, is try to run, try to play, and you can get injury. Unfortunately, it's repeating, but hopefully we can find the solution soon.
Bobby.
Hello, Enzo. Just checking how Pedro Neto and Malo Gusto are, because they both missed the weekend. Will they be ready for Aston Villa at the weekend?
Yes, I think so. Both they train with us. We don't take any risk for tomorrow game, but I think that both they can be available for Sunday game.
And we will finish with Peter.
Hi Enzo, just to follow up on that point and about Reece as well. When you came into the club and you have a player like Reece James who can do what he can do and be, he's one of the top right backs in Europe, him having a setback, does that change how you plan your team tactically? I mean, we saw that against Leicester where we saw Wesley come to right back, you saw Mark go up much wider. Are you having to rethink a little bit about how you're setting up your team? Because I imagine that having someone like Reece in the team is incredibly influential if you have him.
No, yeah, for sure, if we have him, we are more happy because we can use him and he can help us in different way. But unfortunately, he's not with us. As I said, hopefully we can have him very soon, and we don't have a doubt that when he played from the start or he was from the bench, he always help us. I don't know, Newcastle game at home, for instance, or even different game. But now he's injured, and I think the best thing we can do as a staff, and you and us together, is don't talk too much about Reece, because more we speak about him, more pressure we put on him. It's a football player that is injured, no more than that. He's injured many times, yes, but there are more players that unfortunately they get injured many times. But the more you ask, the more I answer, and the more we put pressure on him. And he doesn't need that. He needs to be relaxed, recovery. When he's fit, try to play, don't get injured again, enjoy, because otherwise it become complicated, and that's it.
And just lastly, are you enjoying the challenge of this competition in terms of facing teams like Heidenheim, which I think ordinarily for a club like Chelsea wouldn't have the chance to face?
Oh, yeah, I enjoy every game, knowing that probably in this competition, because we are there, every club, every team try to make the big game, because it's the big game. So the problem for us, or the issue for us, can be that if we are not ready mentally and we underestimate some team, they can hurt us. So we need to be ready.
Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.
See you.